Zach, what's up, man?
Hey, it's Zach. Thanks for taking the call.
You got it, brother. How are you?
I'm doing great, and I've been listening to your live streams every day this year, and they've been super helpful. So first off,
Nice.
gotta say thanks for that.
You got it, man. Thanks for showing up.
Absolutely. So yeah, my question is kind of around. I was listening to the last one. I think for me, I've been trading a couple of years. I would say I'm kind of in the break even to slightly green, kind of on the intraday trading.
Hmm.
And I'm curious on kind of when to size up. I think I'm hoping I kind of am at the inflection point, in my trading where, but I can tell that I'm definitely a very risk adverse person and might take too long to then size up. I understand, there's going to be things like market conditions and then the amount of capital, not over risking. I'm very disciplined when it comes to kind of stop loss and max risk, and I think I can see going forward, me having trouble knowing when to kind of size up. How should I think about it, systematically? Are there things that you did kind of along your journey to know, hey, if I can see this, then that'll give me a signal that then I can, maybe increase my sizing a little bit, and obviously market environment and taking advantage of things like that. But I'm
Yeah.
more talking about just on a general basis.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe I take $1,000 trades. How do I get myself over time to that 10,000 from a psychological standpoint? But then also, what are some things you'd be looking for in your trading to kind of tell you, hey, I think now's the time?
Yep. So, Zach, the only right way to do it is percentage of account. That's the only logical way to do it. Okay, like if you want the right answer, it's you have to prove it to yourself. You're basically proving it to your account. So if you're break even, you're not sizing up, right? I mean, that's just you're not, you haven't proven to yourself and to your account that you're ready to size up. The only right way, and how I gradually sized up, is I just continued to size with the increasing size of my portfolio. And so my risk number stayed the same percentage-wise at all times, but the position sizes in terms of dollar amounts and the gains and losses in terms of dollar amounts increased monetarily. But the percentage point
Okay.
risk of the account always remained the same. It wasn't like I was like, hey, the market's hot. Instead of taking, $1,000 risk on my $5,000 account, I'm going to now take $3,000 risk on my $5,000 account just because, market's looking good. No. All right. And that's where you're over leveraging, and one wrong move, you're donezo. So the only right way for most people to size up is percentage point risk of their portfolio value. Not because you increased maybe a deposit, right? Like, oh, hey, I'm going to throw another 10K in this so that I can size up and it'll be the same percentage point risk. That is potentially risky. And the reason I say that is because, are you psychologically and mentally ready to manage positions, or are you ready to look at a red P&L of a number that is possibly going to make you sweat, right? So one of the biggest leading factors of tilt is you oversize, maybe you take a loss that you normally would, and you're not used to that number yet, right? So maybe right now you're like, hey, my normal loss is $200-300. If that happens, so be it. I don't even sweat over that. That's not even something I even think twice about. I'm just chill, right? That's cool, whatever. Now, if you look over and you're looking at a $2,000 loss, you're probably like, oh shit, all right? Not really feeling too well about that one, right? And if you're not ready to see that, then that might be something that leads you to say, okay, hold on, I need to take another trade because I can't end the day down $2,000, right? This can't be. Take another trade down 3,000. Oh my God, and it just snowballs from there. So there's a few things you really need to think about. Number one, I would make sure it's the same percentage point risk as a percentage point of your portfolio value. And I would like the portfolio value to be increasing through profits, right? So that, hey, And I wouldn't do this at like incrementally. Like if I make profits, I size up. I would say like maybe
Right.
you do like a 3-month period of the same size, and you're like, okay, look at this. I made $2,000, $5,000 over the last 3 months. Let me go ahead and add a contract, right? I'm taking 2 contracts. I'm taking 3 contracts. I'm going to go ahead and take 5, right? I've shown myself that I've been profitable over the last 3 months. If I add 1 contract, it's the same percentage point value as it was prior. So let's just, do some math here. If we're looking at a $5,000 portfolio, right, we take 10% of that. We're looking at a $500 position size, right? If we make, let's say we make $5,000 over 3 months, we're looking at a $10,000 portfolio. Well, now you can sort of do like a sort of quarterly reassessment, right, and say, okay, I've done, $5K in 3 months. That's fantastic. Now, instead of taking a $500 position, maybe I can go ahead and take that $1,000 position size, and that is still 10% of my account value, which is all increased through the profits that I have made, right? And so now you're looking at, $1,000 position size, same percentage point value of your portfolio, 10% of your portfolio, whatever you like, right? Whatever that position size might be. And that's the right way to do it. That's it's hard, right? Because you have to make profits to get to that point. But I think that's really the right way to think about it. You're proving to yourself that you can size up. You're proving to yourself that you can, you're rewarding yourself with the profitability that you've had. And I don't mind like a quarterly sort of, we do like quarterly assessments in work and whatever it might be. I'd say maybe you give yourself a quarterly self review, right? How'd I do over the last quarter? Is it worth me sizing up? Have I made profits that warrant that? If the answer to that is no, you stay at the same size. How's that? I mean, I think that's a good logical way to approach it. You just sort of have to put together some kind of a plan forward. And I think, like you said, it's got to be through statistics. It's got to be through, a number. It can't just be a vibe, right? Like the vibe is that I want to be more aggressive. That's, sizing up because of vibes is definitely not the right way to approach it. So I would just make sure you have some kind of a system behind it, and I hope that gives you some idea. Now, Dave says a good point in the chat. Definitely some market condition definitely adds a little bit to it, right? There's a little bit of market condition. Maybe you add that to the equation a little bit, right? Like if you have your equation for sizing up, maybe you have a little asterisk that says check market conditions, right? So if we're really choppy, if the market's in a channel, maybe you say, hey, I'm not going to do that in the market channel. If we're seeing great continuation, great trends on the market, then maybe you say, okay, I'm good with the current condition, right? Maybe that's like your last checkpoint. You say, okay, everything's good to size up. I'm happy to do it. Last thing I want to check, am I confident with market conditions? If the answer to that is yes, you go for it, right? Does that sound good? Does that give you like a good picture in your head?
Yeah, that's super helpful. I think the proving it to myself definitely makes a lot of sense. I think that's where I can get confused because I'm definitely not even risking close to 1% of my total capital because I have my investment capital as well as kind of trading capital. So I can get confused, but I think the emotional aspect as well, and then really just going off of kind of proving it to myself as I see more profits, then I can maybe size up because if I'm going off percentage, I'd be way under even that 1% currently, but I want to make sure that I'm a, very profitable trader before I kind of push things.
Correct. And the last thing I would say there, just because make sure you are not using a percentage of your like portfolio value in terms of your investments. Like if I was trading percentage point values of my long-term portfolio, then we would be trading, ridiculous money that is totally unnecessary. So I would make sure you think about it like, what is your trading capital? And I want you to pull the percentage off of that. I don't want you pulling the percentage off like your investment portfolio because that's a totally different story. That's way safer money than, options trading or intraday trading. So make sure I think you understand that point. Definitely. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
And then also last thing, make sure you are comfortable with the dollar amount. I still want you to be comfortable with the dollar amount. So someone might be like, Desi, I got $100K to put in the account. Maybe some rich guy, right? Really rich. 100K, Desi, I'm going to put $100K in my portfolio. You said to use 10% of the portfolio, so I'm going to go ahead and take some $10,000 position sizes. You're out of your goddamn mind, right? You cannot be just opening trading accounts and start taking $10,000 position sizes. So make sure you also are, and it seems like you're a very risk-averse person, so just be logical with the size. Make sure you're comfortable with it. But you definitely, like you said, you definitely need to push it at times, right? I mean, like, we can't, if you're finding yourself being slightly green, break even, slightly green, right? You're on the uptrend. I want to see, and it's never bad, right? There's never, again, trading for me is a lot of trial and error. So, hey, maybe you say, I'm going to push it a little bit this month. I've been doing all right. And I'm comfortable with I'm going to take a conscious decision and say, I'm going to push it a little bit this month, and I'm going to see how I respond, right? I'm going to see how it goes. I'm going to respond to it quickly if it starts to get out of control, but I'm going to just say, hey, I'm going to run a little experiment. I'm going to see how I feel at this dollar amount, right? Like, hey, I'm going to take 5 contracts this month and see how I feel. I've been doing all right. Let me throw in 5. If I feel a little bit out of control, right? Just be very in tune with how you're trading and your adjustments or how you're reacting to things. If you feel sort of like you're like just out of control and just throwing shit at the board and hoping it sticks, then you got to be able to say, okay, this is not for me. I'm definitely not comfortable at this dollar amount. I'm losing way too much money. I'm losing sleep at night. I'm sweating all day, right? Like, if that's what's happening, then we're losing way too much money. We need to back down, right? So there's nothing wrong with, like, maybe putting one more chip in and seeing how you feel, right? Just to test the waters, because I don't think anyone wants to be at the same size their whole life. That's not our goal.
Right.
That's no one's goal, and we have to be able to, like, man up and say, okay, I'm gonna try to put a little bit more size in this and see how it goes. Now that can become a very slippery slope, so we just have to be able to, modulate that. But I think it's right to push it at times, like when things feel like they're going well. So don't be scared to push it, but be quick to pull it back and just try to keep some kind of system, around it. That would be my recommendation.
No, that's great advice. Trying to keep a pulse on it, and because I think that was what I noticed, like in March, and when you were saying like, oh, it's very choppy, like I size down and all that, but then or had my kind of consistent size, and then when things definitely started to improve later in April, I honestly still kept the same size because I'm like, oh, it's a rule, I need to follow this, like, so it got hard to kind of push it, even though I knew the market environment's this, but I liked the advice you gave. It was great.
All right, man. I appreciate you calling in.
Thank you.
Have a great night.
Take care.